Guys, thanks for coming in. You and me cuddled up like a match. Hey, Kansas, thank you for the likes. I still can't see the likes up there. Yep, still not letting me see them. I don't know what it is. Appreciate that. Hey there, Slime Time. How you doing? Just been doing that all day. Hey, thanks for coming in. Tomorrow I want to be on Big Country and Telemonte's show. I think it's called Cattin' with Country. I'll be on their podcast tomorrow. Good evening. How you doing there, Fishing Bros? Hey, they're innovative. Pistol, how's it going there? Good evening, everybody. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate them. Not bad. I'm doing great. I'm doing pretty good. I'm tying up the Ambassador lure. This is a 1/8 ounce. Hey there, hunting fish in Missouri. My wife ought to be giving me, I don't know how long I'm going to be on. My wife will probably be texting me here in a little bit with dinner. She'll be ringing the dinner bell. Thank you so much. Thank you bunch. Thank you bunch. There's Cattin Country. Yep. I'll be on their show tomorrow. Thank you for all the goodies. I'm seeing the gifts now. I'm starting to see some of them. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate that. There we go. That's Chimney Rock there throwing that out. Appreciate all the little gifties. Did you send Wayman my way? I don't know. I don't think I did. If I did, I guess that's a good thing, I hope. English or Spanish? I speak English, but I understand Spanish. I don't speak Spanish that well. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate that. Thank you there, Kay, for the heart me. Appreciate that too. Thank you guys for the heart me's. I understand Spanish. I just don't speak Spanish that well. So if I'm in a conversation with somebody or they're talking to me in Spanish, I can understand them really good. Yep, I will be on Cattin and Country podcast tomorrow. I had to help unload FedEx truck earlier. Needed a few reel service. Oh, really? Well, you're in my lives every day, so if that's the case, I mean, he got it from watching my live, I guess, uh, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing there. Yeah, I hope you get business. If you're servicing reels and stuff like that, that's awesome. Thank you though so much. Hey there, Woody. How are you doing? Make sure to pick up Woody too. Woody uses a lot of our products. Nice. Yeah, he's seen me in here. Yep, you got that right. Yeah, we want to keep you busy there, Slime Time. I just got a big bag of pheasant feathers from a buddy. I do use some pheasant. Yeah, I do. I do some pheasant. I don't really need any because I have plenty here. I'm all good. I'm good. Ruben's doing good. I'll be answering the third person or second person, second or third person. Ruben's doing good. No, you don't. Yeah, but if you're in here and somebody knows that you service reels, that's a good thing there. Uh, I do use them from time to time. I just don't use a whole lot, and I do have plenty on me here though. But I do use them from time to time. You gonna get this Arctic blast? Saturday we'll be having a cold front on Saturday. I don't know if we're having one come in tonight. Maybe tonight. We'll comment. Yep, still at it. Yes, I'm still at it there. Not Smitty. How are you doing? Yep. But I do use them every now and then. When I do a custom order, somebody will ask for them for those kind. Oh, thanks for the roses there. Yeah, I've been in here for I don't know since 6:45 ish, 7 o'clock maybe. You're over there too. Yes, I am. I am over there. Yeah, I'm at both places. I'm in two places at the same time. Have I hosted a workshop, or would you consider something like that? Yeah, I would. I would consider that. I think those would be fun. I mean, I don't know what I know that other people don't know, but imagine there's somebody out there that can glean a little bit from me, I guess. Do I fish at all? Yes, I do. I fish a bunch. When the weather's right, sometimes I'll fish 4 or 5 times a week. I'm probably going to be going out on Thursday or Friday. I'll be out somewhere fishing. Some undisclosed location I'll be at. Hey there, Alex. How you doing there? Hey there, Porky. How are you doing? Do I ice fish at all? No, I sure don't. No, I don't. We don't have any ice around here for me to do that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't. I sometimes I don't read right. Yeah, he said ice fishing. No, I don't really ice fish. The only ice fishing I do is if the lake freezes up and I'm fishing at the dock and I have to knock a hole in the ice. That's the only ice fishing I do. Just dealing with stress from my 86-year-old dad. Oh no. Well, I'm imagining you caused them a bunch of stress when you were young. Now it's payback time. I'm just kidding. I know sometimes that's hard, especially with older people. I'm just kidding about that. Hey, no skills. How you doing? But yep, Woody's here. Hey, Woody, how's it going there? I thank everybody for coming in, man. We got over 150 on this side. We got 14 there, but we do get big numbers over there. Over here on this side, we're gonna get big numbers. We're gonna get a lot of big numbers. Hey there, Steve-O. But I am doing pretty good. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that, Cowhand. And hey there, Owen. I would be 100% come come to one and bring buddy. I'm in Northeast. Oh, you're in Northeast Oklahoma as well. I didn't know that. I'm in Claremore. I'm about about 7, 8 miles from the city limits. I live basically between Claremore and Oologah. What you typing? I don't know what I'm typing. I'm just watching the other channel there. I'm just answering questions on both sides. I heard today Ruben was buying. Yeah, I'd love to buy TikTok. I wouldn't mind buying it. My favorite reel to use, a bait caster or spinning. I like spinning better, but I can use a bait caster. Tying. Yes, I'm tying. Yep, I'm tying the ambassador lure. I'm not typing right now. I do type sometimes. I do type when I process orders and stuff like that and make labels and stuff. I live close to Mustang. Oh wow, mini stop in town. Yeah. I'm over in Oologah on the other side of the lake. Yep. I'm on the other side of the dam. That's where I'm at. Thank you for the follow, Joe. Appreciate the follow. I'm only a few hours away from you. I'm just north of Springfield. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not too far away. But yeah, I'm in Claremore, Oklahoma. Hook 'em Sooners. That's what I always say. Hook 'em Sooners. I am a Sooner fan. I am a Longhorn fan, too. I'm also an OSU Cowboy fan. Hey there, Daniel. How's it going there? That is our ambassador lure right there. Rob, thanks for coming in. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate all the follows, guys. Make sure to pick me up over there too. Palestine's not locked up. I don't know why somebody would be saying free Palestine. They're not locked up. I'm always amused that Israel's been around for, I don't know, 7, 8,000 years. Palestine's only been around for what, 500? Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. And I'm not Jewish. I'm not Jewish by any means. I am a historian, though, of Middle Eastern history. Thank you so much for all the follows there, guys. Yep. Yeah, about 100, at least. It probably, if you want to say, about 500 decades. Yeah, it's a lot older. Sometimes people they get wrapped up in modern history, forgetting history. They get wrapped up into media history and not into real history. But hey, I'm not. There's no hate or nothing coming from me. I say everything with a smile. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I have no clue on that either. There's just a bunch of woke people out there. A bunch of woke people. Yep. Let's see here. I wish. What did Chimney say? What did Chimney Rock say? Again, thank you guys for all the follows. Man, I got a bunch of them. Yep, these are hand-tied lures. Hand-tied lures. I bump into a bunch of college-age students here and there, and sometimes they have no clue at all what they're talking about. I heard today Ruben was, yeah, that's it. That's it. Me, my friend Elon, and Kevin. I'm having them just pitch in a little bit. They're just going to pitch in what they can. I don't know if they have enough, but tell me when. Oh, you're fine. They can't do anything to me over here. My favorite color is probably the shiner. I like fishing with the shiner. I like fishing with the assassin lure. That's the shiner right there. Another color of mine that I like is the assassin lure. I also like fishing with the midnight. I tied up a bunch of midnight lures earlier today. I'll probably have to tie some more in the next day or two. Yeah. Hey, not many people know that I worked for a subsidiary of Mr. Trump years ago. I was basically a subcontractor for them a long time ago, back in the 80s. We're talking way back when, before he ever thought of politics. Or maybe he was thinking about it. I don't know. What does that even mean? Um, Obviously support themselves. Yeah. I mean, you can be a Palestinian Christian, but they're the country has always belonged to Israel. It's always belonged to them. And for some reason, when people talk about history, they like thinking that when Israel was given the land, that it was taken away from Palestinians, and the word Palestinian nor the Palestinians were ever around at that time. Palestine didn't become, Palestine till long, long, long afterwards, and even then, it didn't belong to them. It's one of the things that they've always tried to dispute. You go into secular historical history, and they always refer to it as the Hebrews or the Israelites. Never do they refer to them as the Palestinians. I appreciate everybody in here. You guys are probably getting to learn a little bit of gibberish or whatever from me. I don't have any documents here in front of me to put these exact quotes. Um, yes, it is. Uh huh. No, I mean, you got people that are Judaism, and there's a lot of people that are Jewish that you know, they don't follow the practices and stuff. I see. I mean, you got in the New Testament. You have the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and they were always disputing, kind of like the Democrats and Republicans. There's a lot of similarities to them there. There's a lot of similarities, and some people don't really understand all that. But I see the comparisons there, and it's the same stuff going on today, guys. Pharisees and Sadducees. Sadducees didn't believe in a literal heaven. They believe all you can get all you can get right now. Pharisees, they liked instructing the rules so much. They were conservatives, if you want to say that, and but a lot of times there are a lot of people in the Pharisaical beliefs that they didn't really even follow what they believed, and the same thing goes on today. Let's see. I'm not going to get into all that, but I'm in tying lures. That's what I'm into. I want to get some lures tied. I used to get into the debating thing and all that. It's just worthless. Either you believe in Christ or you don't, and we'll all see one day. One day we will all see. Yep. Thanks for the share. I do appreciate that. Appreciate that. And and again, I am a Christian, and at the end of my life, and at the end of world history or whatever as we know it, if I lived a great life or good life, that's great. If I was wrong, I just lived a good life. If I'm right, you know, then a bunch of people got to watch out for themselves. But by that time, it'll be too late. Let's see. Uh, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Do that. Nobody. Nobody called today. She hung up when I asked her name. It's an old song there. Guys, I appreciate everybody in the channel. I wish I could give everybody a hug, but my arms aren't big enough. Uh, well, again, I'm not getting into that debate. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate that. My favorite color again is the shiner. I love tying the shiner. The shiner makes me lots of hamburger money. Makes me a lot of taco money. And it's one of my favorite colors to fish with because it catches fish whether it's on a rainy day, sunny day, whether it be daytime, nighttime. That lure is our top selling lure and has been our top selling lure for, you know, for the 14 years I've been tying lures. That's the ambassador. That color has been around since I was a kid. The red chartreuse and white. It's just always been around. If you go look back into the old Flea Fly uh, jig company, Flea Fly company, that color was around. I don't know if they created it, but that color has been around for years and years and years. The 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 good thing about fly tying when you're tying fly fishing lures is there's history there. There's what you call publish. There's the laws of publishing, and you can go back and look at a fly, and many times you can see who tied it, what when they tied it, because a lot of times those things were being published either out in Europe or here in the U.S. And the bad thing with these here is with color schemes and stuff like that, there's no real history of it. And in fact, when I used to go from tackle store to tackle store, I would see these lures, um, and they wouldn't have names. They would just have numbers. They would be like number 22, number 37. And that inspired me, that and what Bobby Garland did. Bobby Garland, if you don't know, was founded in Oklahoma, probably about 20 minutes from me. And I would see that they would put names on all of their colors. And that gave me an idea. And I thought, when I get my lures out into these tackle stores, into people's hands, I want them to know that this color, is the ambassador. I want them to know that this color here is the Mad Shad. And so I started putting names on them, uh, 12, 13 years ago. Thanks for the follows. I appreciate all the follows, guys. And I don't know if, I imagine other companies did that, but that's what I did. Locally here, every tackle store, I've probably gone to 50, 60, 70 tackle stores. None of them had names for color schemes on what people call, crappie jigs. And so I started putting names on them, and and it's done good. But as far as my favorite, the shiners, one of my favorites, the midnights, one of our colors that I love doing. Brian, Manuel, thank you so much. To all my Hispanics out there, buenas noches, como esta? Thank you guys for coming in. I don't speak Spanish that well, but I have a lot of Hispanic followers. My biggest catfish I've ever caught is about a 50-pound flathead. About a 50-pounder. I'd love to catch one bigger, but I haven't caught. That one there I caught was years ago, probably about 10, 11 years ago. No, it probably had to be. It had to be earlier than that. That had to be probably about 15 years ago, 16 years ago. My biggest crappie is about 3.5 pounds. My biggest bass is about 10.5 pounds. My biggest bass, I caught that when I was about 14 years old. Didn't I was one of them, just caught a big bass. I was, you know, running around wild. That was back when we had Polaroid cameras. I think I did take some Polaroids of it. Um, no, I don't know if I can say that name. Yeah, I don't know if you're trying to get me to say something bad or what. I don't know if you're a 6-year-old wanting just to shout out. Let's see. I speak Spanish and 3 other languages. Oh, that's awesome. I do understand a couple of other languages. I just only speak English. That's all I speak. I did go to Bible school and kind of got into reading Greek, Hebrew, things like that. I'm not proficient at it, but I do pretty decent at it. I do better than the regular street person out there. What color should my jig be? I don't know. I would say go with the shiner. I'd go with the gold mine, the assassin maybe. I don't know. Owen, do you live on muddy water? If you live on muddy water, all the dark colors work great for muddy water. They work really good. Hey there, Anna Paula. How are you doing there, Miss Kayaker? You guys make sure to pick up Anna. She's one of the newest members of the FWC family. There we go. Make sure to pick her. She does go kayaking, guys. Just stopping by to support the fam. Well, cool. I would be, who would I be in your family? Your uncle? I'd probably be your uncle, your crazy uncle. Mr. Blue, I got my eye on you. That's what nobody's saying. What was the question, Mr. Blue? Was there a weird question? I've been having let's see. If you could fish anywhere if I could fish anywhere in the world, um, I don't know. I would love to catch a Goliath grouper. I'd like to catch a Goliath grouper if I went down into, I guess, the Gulf of Mexico or hopefully the Gulf of America here soon. I'm the crazy Brazilian American Cajun somehow. Ooh, don't ya know? And I would say if I went up north, I'd love to catch a steelhead. I'd love to catch me a steelhead or a salmon. Rylan. Bolton. Okay, there you go. Okay, you had your say so. Good. I'll try to say it in my Cajun accent. Right on, Bolton. I don't know. I'm terrible at Cajun. I do try to say stuff, but I don't know if it pops out good or not. Let's see. But I would love to go. There's a couple of places. There's a guy on TikTok. Um, he is from Scotland. I would love to go to Scotland to fish. That's probably one of my dream places to go. Up there or up in the UK. I'd love to go fishing there. I'm not any good at fly fishing, but I'd love to go in Europe and try to fly fish. My granddad used to go over Scotland and catch salmon. Oh yeah, though what's her name? Susan. Is it Boyle? Famous fly tire. Um, I think it's Boyle. I can't remember her last name. But awesome fly tire, and I would love to go in that area and try to get salmon or trout in Europe somewhere. But all the fish that are freshwater that I grew up fishing for the most part, I've caught a big catfish, I've caught a large bass, and I've pretty much ran the gambit of all the. Yeah, I can't remember. Her name is Susan, but it's probably not Boyle. I cannot remember her last name. Famous. Is it Susan Boyle? That may be the singer there. I'm thinking of the fly tire. She's a famous fly tire. She tied for people like Prince Charles and all them when they were younger. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. I got a few more of these to make in this color. I'm still waiting on my wife to send me the dinner bell text. Let me take a look. I did get a text message. Nope. She's still not summoning. That's okay. Yep, hit that thumbs up. Hey there, Amanda. How are you doing there? Hey there, crew. How are you doing? What's the best fish I've ever eaten? Crappie. I love eating crappie. I've eaten a lot of different types of Megan Boyd. There you go, Megan Boyd. That's who I'm trying to think of. Megan Boyd. I need to write that down. Yeah, I've watched that biography, whatever you want to call it, Kiss the Water. I watched that. I fell in love with that. I watched that documentary early into my tying, and that was the thing that inspired me to how can I tie a jig without having to use glue, because a lot of those people didn't use glue. And I thought they're catching all these big fish, and how are they catching these big fish and they're not even using any glue on their flies? And that inspired me to start tying and to make these jigs here without any glue in them. Yep, you subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Uh, yeah, Susan Boyle's the singer. Yeah, I always forget. It's a famous Susan of somewhat. Maybe, Susan B. Anthony. Maybe I don't know. Maybe did she go fishing any? Glue slows down a lot. Even UV. Yes, it does. If you can tie a jig without using glue, um, you'll go a long way. Now that's a jig. Now I do flies. I do also flies for fly fishing, and on those a lot of times I'll use a UV or some kind of a head cement. I'm known everywhere. Yep. Appreciate you guys. Um, yep. Glue slows down. That was my thing. Is how can I tie a lure? Now it's not just the knots that keep the lure intact. It's the it's basically laying your thread down. If you know how to lay your thread down, you don't have to worry about using glue of any type. Have I done any spinners? Yes, I do. Let me go grab a spinner here for you. Like Joe's flies? I don't know. I don't know Joe's. Who's Joe? What Joe? Okay, let me go grab an underspin, and then I'll see if I have a inline spinner here. Okay, I don't have any big inline spinners. I may have one hanging up on the rack. Oh golly, I had some over here. Look at that. Yeah, these we're going to be adding the gold mine back on. That's an underspin. That's a 16th ounce. We do have an 1/8 ounce too. That's an 1/8 ounce Thunderbird with the spinner. That's the Azul. Well, this is on the website. That's the Azul. That's the Shiner. That's on the website. The Slim Brim. We use them a lot. 1/4 ounce inline spinners. Yeah. Let me see if I have one. I think I may have one hanging up on the rack. We're getting ready to introduce our inline spinners back to the site. I've been tying a few. Um, I know I have one up here somewhere. I have so much stuff hanging up on the rack. I have a chrome one here. Where did it go? There it is. I think that's an 1/8 ounce, but I do want to put an 1/8 ounce and a 1/4 ounce. The ones that we did in the past, um, they just didn't, they were too small. I was doing 1/32 and 1/16. I want to start putting a 1/8 ounce and a 1/4 ounce. This is just a test one here. The ones I put on the website probably have a thicker tail, but there we go. No, I'm not doing the fishing expo in Houston. Nope. I'd like to do that. We just don't have enough time. And with hand tied lures, it's hard to do a lot of tackle shows. Yeah, when you make hand tied lures, I mean, you may go to a tackle show, and a lot of times you got to book these out about a month in advance. Can you be? I don't know what that means. There, country carpenter. Can you be a moderate from China? I don't know what that means. Bob Church. Yep, that's a good guy. I've heard of that name there. Look up Joe's Flies. I will do that. I will do that. Anna, send me a DM. Remind me that way when I go in the house, um, that I can look it up tonight. I will look it up. Either Dave's taxidermy. Yeah, when you do these shows, a lot of times you got to book them out at least a month in advance. And when you're doing a bunch of shows, and what often happens, and it's happened with us, is that you book out a bunch of shows, and you may sell out of all your lures the first show, and then you don't have any lures for the second and the third show. I've been working since about 6:45, 6:50. Yep. Yeah, it was about six. That was about 6:40. 6:40. That's when I came in. There was no sunrise or anything out there today when I came in. Thanks for the share. Um, let's see. Yeah, some places do call that Roadrunner, but you're not really allowed to use the name Roadrunner. Roadrunner is an owned name. If you do, and if you sell a bunch, what they'll do is they'll come after you. I have a few of those colors. They are nice. I'll make sure to send those to him to see. Okay. Oh, okay. Now, I do think I have an underspin that's a 1/4 ounce. There we go. That's a 1/4 ounce underspin right there. Alvy has, I think, a couple of these. I have been thinking about doing a 1/4 ounce underspin. That's an underspin right there. I don't know if it's still in here or she's just texting me, DMing me. Yeah, that's a 1/4 ounce right there. There we go. We keep them on a rod every time, all seasons. If you can do a fly, well, yep. That's done with bucktail right there. That's a bucktail underspin, and that is a 1/4 ounce lure right there. Look at that color right there, and I tell you what, sometimes I do keep sexy around. Sometimes I do bring back sexy. Okay, here we go. We got a couple more of these to tie. Oh, you love underspans as well. I do. I love tying the inline spinners. I love them. I've used them for sand bass. They work very well. The only thing I don't like is the treble hook. That's my only thing. Um, that's the only thing. What makes the what yellow? Uh, what's the name of the yellow? I don't have a name on that one yet. And hey there, Kimberly. How's it going? Later, nobody. You have a good day, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for helping me out. I hope everything goes well for you tonight. You have a good night. I'm doing good. Oh, good, good, good. Well, you know what, Kimberly? Ruben's doing good too. I am going to be on Big Country and Tennessee Talamonte show. That's Catton and Country. I'll be on their show tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Very nice look for a name. I like it. Oh, cool. I don't know. I know my wife was she had made some cornbread, and she was thinking of doing a stuffing. But between me and my son Jalen, I don't know if there's going to be any much of any cornbread left. No, we didn't eat all the cornbread, but she's going to make some stuffing tonight. Am I going to do the backwood in Tulsa? I don't know yet. I sure don't know. We thought about that. That's on our agenda. We've thought about that. We just have to we got to see how many lures we have left after the prior show. I've already booked. Do I know Frank? I don't know Frank at all. Nope, I sure don't. I know my grandfather Frank, but we got to see what we can do. Again, when you start doing tackle shows, and if you're in the hand tied lure business, that you may go to the first show and sell out, and it's real hard to make, you know, $20,000 worth of lures, like within a week or two's time. And I would hate to spend the money on a booth. And I know that show in Tulsa, I think their booths are like either 11 or 1,200 bucks for a booth. And so I don't know what we're going to be able to do. Use map spinners. Yep, those are good spinners. I guess he only gets part of questions filtered. Maybe. Yep. Never cornbread left over. Yeah, in most cases with us, we don't hardly ever have cornbread left over. I like the cornbread my wife makes. It's nice and sweet and put butter on it and stuff. John, thank you so much for the follow. Let's see. Do we get another text? Okay. There it is. My wife's telling me there's food. This is going to be the last lure. My wife said dinner's ready. There's a chance I may come back out. We do have our grandson over, so I do want to spend some more time with him. I was with him earlier, wrestling and playing around. And so there's a good chance I may come back out here in a little bit. I'm wanting to make sure I got enough stock ready for a tackle store order or two. And also for the tackle show coming up. We're going to be in Pryor, Oklahoma on, I think it's the second or third weekend of February. Oh, thank you guys for the gifty gifts. We had a company reach out to us a while back, and they're like, Ruben, you spend too much time tying. We need to make your lures for you. We have a large factory, and we can replicate your lures. And then they sent me lures, and their lures looked nothing like my lures. Their lures looked like everybody else's lures out there in the stores. But it's true. I mean, if I had a factory or company that could make lures as well as me, both in appearance and also durability, I wouldn't hang them up by any means, but that would help me out because it does cost money to go to these tackle shows. It costs a lot of money to go to tackle shows. A lot of times it could run anywhere from 500 to in some cases there was a show I got invited to. I got invited to ICAST a couple years back before COVID, and that booth there is super expensive. But I got invited to go to ICAST, and they wanted me to show our products, and they knew back then we were an up and comer, and but I do not have the 25 to 40K to do something like that. Woohoo. Okay, guys, that's going to be it. We're going to do a timeout. Again, there's a chance that I may be back in here, and a chance I may not. So we will catch you guys later. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for all the helps, the mods, the friends that I have. And we will catch you guys later. You guys have yourself a great night, a good night, and God bless you guys.